You are now watching Love, Stories, and Vibes by Loveandships. Hello, guys. Welcome to yet another episode of Love Stories and Vibes by Loveandships. My name is Bade, and I have the Awaikos.
Yes.
I got that right, right?
Yes, you
Okay.
did.
I have the Awaikos with me, and you know how we do. We talk about relationships, marriage, and basically their journey. So, guys, can we meet you?
Okay. Hi guys. My name is Jemimah Awaiko, and my husband.
My name is Kelvin Awaiko.
Okay. Yes.
Hi, Kelvin. Hi, Jemima. Thank
Hi,
you for
buddy.
honoring our invitation to be
Thank
here.
you.
And
We are glad
let's
to be
just
here.
jump into my first question for you guys. How did you meet?
Okay, start first.
Yes, I was going to give you versions.
Okay.
Wait, let me give my own version first. No, go
ladies first.
Go first. Go first.
We met in 2020 during the lockdown. So we met about 2 weeks into the lockdown. A friend of mine a friend of my cousin's posted my picture. But this particular friend is his own friend also. He saw my picture on her status and he said he scrolled through and I was like, He thought seeing the picture or seeing me in the picture was like, oh, I would have been engaged or something. So he scrolled past that picture. Then, it was lockdown. Everybody was thinking about their lives. It felt like maybe the world was about to end and everything. And he was thinking about his life and then called his male friend, which is also my mutual friend, and told his male friend that, oh, I need a wife, I don't know what's going to happen after this lockdown. And his friend, the guy in question, called me and said, oh, please send me some of your pictures. And I sent my picture. So the picture I sent was actually the picture he initially saw on the other person's status. And he was like, oh, I've seen this girl somewhere before and all of that. And the guy, his name is Joel. Hi, Joel, if you're listening to this. Joel then gave him my number and he called. It was lockdown. We're jobless. We're just waking up and sleeping. And I remember very well, I was in my auntie's house. He called me at 8:30 and we spoke till about 9. Then we moved to WhatsApp and we did WhatsApp call from like that 9 p.m. to about 3 a.m. the next day. So that's my version.
Okay.
Okay, she actually said almost everything. Or even before I called Joel, I was at this phase of my life where I was just tired of the whole short-term relationships I keep having, and I needed something more stable. And I was looking at my life, where I want to be at so and so time. And I wanted okay, I need someone to have that stability with. And the only way I can do that is if I drop all those things I was doing then and just focus on one person and be true to that one person. Okay, how do I get that one person? I started through all my friend list, like, what this ones? And I went down to Joel. Okay, gave him a call and said, yo, I need a girl, a lady to date. And this is my specification. Either a doctor or a lawyer. That's what I want. Yes, that's what I want. I say, either of them is fine. I'll make it work. Just get me either of them. I was like, okay. I called him. This was around let's say by 5 in the evening. I said, you take your time. Oh. I mean, no rush. Oh. Anytime if it's 2 months, 3 months, no problem. The guy called me in 2 hours. My phone was just by his side. I was far from it. When I came, I saw 3 missed calls. I said, Joel. Boy, why you call me now? Sorry, I'm using pigeon. He said, send me your picture, send me your picture. I said, why? I said, what I told you to do. I mean, you should take your time. Don't rush. Let me breathe small. Don't rush. He said, send me your picture, send me your picture. Picture? I didn't have any picture. I had a picture I snapped last year at an event I went. So I sent him those pictures. We'll come back to the pictures. She had an issue with the picture, so we'll come back to the pictures later.
Can you?
You see it? So he sent my pictures to her, and she sent hers. I'm like, wow, okay. I've actually seen this picture before. at someone else on WhatsApp status. I'm like, okay, let's change numbers, and we started talking. Now, okay, let's stop there in case
There's a follow-up
there's a follow
question.
questions later.
Okay, so you guys met in 2020.
Yes.
How long did you guys date for?
I'll take that one because I like saying that part. She said she wants to date me she wants to be on talking stage with me. That's exactly how she said it. For 7 months.
I said 6 months.
6 months.
Yes.
Okay. 6 months, 7 months. That's what she said. It's like
Okay.
me. Talking stage. Me. That boy. Talking stage. 7. Wait till we won't talk for 7 months. What do you want to say? 7 months talking. We have not started dating. No. You want to talk stage me for 7 months. Wow. I say, anyway, and you talk, say you like lawyer. Don't enter around. I said, okay, let's see. So, fortunately, I engaged her
On the 7th
on the
month.
7th month.
So yeah, I think we dated about 6 months, 6-7 months, and we got engaged on the 7th month, and we got married 8 months after. So that's like a total of 15 months.
So how was the whole dating? How was dating like meeting him and then during lockdown? And you guys had to talk. How long was lockdown for?
That was for about a month.
Okay.
So that means we did the talking stage for about 3 weeks thereabouts, because I think we started talking April 7th or April 8th. I'm not sure. And lockdown ended 30th of April. Then I was in my aunt's place. I had to come back to my place. So we met, I think, on the 2nd of May or so of 2020. That was first time because he came to my place. So, and the second, because I think we had literally talked everything. Let me use that language during the 3 weeks that we were always at home and we're always calling WhatsApp, everything. So it was the dating period was really nice because, okay, before we met, I just came out of a very, very bad heartbreak.
Yeah.
So I was.
You forgot the brother part.
Oh yeah, I used to call him, like when we are texting, I would say, "Oh bros," like my brother, and he'll say, "You will not friend zone me. I'm not your brother. I'm not related to you." And it was really nice because, okay, as I said, I was just coming out of a heartbreak, and I was just at that point where I felt like I was reading all the books. I was like doing introspection, like knowing maybe things I've been doing wrong and all of that. And when we met, when we started talking, I was bombarding him with a lot of questions. I had read what's the name of this book? The 4 Love Languages, Things You Should Know Before You Get Married, I think by Gary Chapman or something. I read all those books and I was giving it to him. I'll forward it to him to read. And I was asking a lot of questions. And as I said earlier, I was following your page. So there are things I would see. I'll forward it to him. And he was different, really. He was different because he was very patient. He is still very patient. He read all those things. And it was cool to meet somebody who understands and who is ready to put in the work. Because in my previous relationships, it felt like I was the one putting in a lot of work, or maybe our energies did not match with the people I was with. But with him, it was different because I remember some weeks ago, I was going through our chat. So there was something I did when I changed my phone. I forwarded all our chats from that period to my email. So from time to time, I go to all those chats. And some weeks ago, I was just teasing him about it. And he was always saying, oh, he was ready to put in the work because he also was coming from relationships where maybe the people were not matching his energy. They used to tell him, oh, he was a lover boy. He used to love too much. He was a soft guy and all of that. And for me, I was coming from relationships where they'll be like, oh, we don't have to talk every day. Why are we talking every day? You understand? So with him, he wanted the energy matched, the commitment matched. So it wasn't a question of, oh, you're being too clingy or you're patching too much and all of that. So the dating period was seamless. And I think we're still dating. Even though we are now married, we still carried that into our marriage. Do you have
any additions?
You finish it. You finished it.
Okay. It's actually quite interesting. I like that you said that you guys. It feels like you guys are still dating.
Yes.
But then, dating is different from being married.
Yes, sure.
Right. So, what are the differences? What revelations have you gotten since you got married? Like what's different now? And what is similar to dating and what is different? So that people who are single or people people dread marriage so much. And
Yes.
then they'll probably want to know what to look out for. So to you, peculiar to your marriage, what has been different and what is still the same?
Should I go?
Go first.
Okay. Well, main difference for me is we are living together. When we're dating, we're not living together. So we are living together now. We are literally in each other's space every time. And why I said we still date is because there's this notion that, oh, maybe when you're dating, the energy or the intensity would reduce in marriage. For us, we are conscious about it. We don't want it to reduce. So we like going out a lot. We still try to do that. And we still do things together. So I think the fact that we are married now, we do things together. Like we are literally always together. He jokes that I'm his handbag. And I think the only place we go without each other is work, really. Aside from maybe, yeah, I think it's just work or business. Every other thing with our friends, our family, they know that we are always together. So it's for me, it's been beautiful. That's it. Yes, we have our differences. There are days we step on each other's toes, obviously, but we have our ground rules, our home rules about disagreements and conflict resolution. But aside from that, it's been awesome. And I tell my friends that it feels like the last 3 years of my life has been the best of my entire life, and literally feels like I started living 3 years ago. Before then, I think I was just on vibes.
Okay.
So, dating and marriage, two different things, yes. But to me, you need to actually pass through one to actually enter the other. And so far, for the past 3 years, though we are getting married 2 years.
Yeah, we're
by
married
next
for
month.
2 years next month.
It has been like our dating process never stopped. Now, people don't like marriages, yes, we know. But it's beautiful, especially when you're spending with someone that you love more than yourself. Honestly, I can say this anywhere. No cap. Especially when you are spending it with someone that you love more than yourself. Someone you care so much about. Then it's going to be very beautiful. Now, when you are married, or when you are with someone that you love and care so much about, there are certain things that you don't want to put there. You don't like when someone outside who actually intentionally or not intentionally want to try to hurt her because it hurts you indirectly. So you want to guide and protect that person. But when you're doing that, you don't overdo it. So that person will not feel that she can't actually do things by herself. So you have to have that balance. You have to understand that balance there. And sometimes it's very tricky. But you just have to know that balance and where you actually fit in. That being said, I love being married to this lady you're seeing here. Like, big time. I'm not saying this because we're on camera or anything. I'm saying it anywhere, every time. My former place of work, I tell them that if you invite me for an hangout, I have to come with my wife. If my wife can't be there, then I'm not coming. Simple. And they know me for it. So whenever they want to invite me out,
Plus
Yeah.
one.
Automatic
There was
plus one.
you have to make room for that plus one. If it's not there, I'm not coming. So it reduces a lot of, I call it nonsense, that is happening around. It protects me too, being married, from those nonsense. So having that there reduces all that. So it's good.
I'm sure that if you could see like the real color of Jemima's cheeks now, to be red. How she's blushing. I'm blushing on your behalf as well. Okay, so Jemima, you mentioned conflict resolution,
Yes.
and that is one of like key things. I don't know why I keep saying key, but key, yeah,
Yes.
important
Yes.
things in marriage, right? So how you resolve conflicts, because conflicts would always
Yes,
arise.
definitely.
Normal, we're humans.
Yes.
So how do you resolve conflicts? What are your own steps? Like, what do you do? Strategies you use? It could be, oh, like we say, some people say, don't sleep without
Without, yeah. Yes.
resolving.
Yes.
Don't. Some people would say they don't do third party. Some people report third party. So how do you guys resolve
But for
conflict?
us, no third party. Like we've there's never been any time that either our family or our friends have resolved issues for us. Yes, there have been cases where maybe we had disagreements where our friends or family were at, but it's not a situation whereby okay, everybody will now sit down and say, what happened? Or you did this, you did that. No. So no third party is one of, I think that's our number one rule. And number two rule, we don't use foul language, abusive speech, or name calling at each other, regardless of how angry you are. Then, well, the part of not sleeping without, I'm resolving the issues without, before sleeping rather, it's a Bible principle and we are Christians, but I will tell you that there are days that it has happened, like maybe at that point you just need to sleep to reboot or reset. But to be honest, I don't think we've gone beyond 24 hours. So if maybe we disagree in the evening and I just want to sleep at that point, not because maybe because I don't want to talk about it, or I just maybe it was stress that made, because at times you having an outburst could be stress. It could be that you are coming in with one energy from work or traffic and all of that, and you come in, your partner does something opposite to what you were expecting, and you just have an outburst. At that point, you just reacted to what you had experienced on your way from work or wherever you are coming from. So maybe at that point, I just want to sleep. So at most, the next day, we talk about it. Okay, this was what happened. This happened at work, or this happened on the road, and you did this when I got home, and I agree that I reacted. Maybe I should have explained to you that, oh, this was what happened and this is how I'm feeling at this present moment. So, and I really don't think we've gone beyond 24 hours is even too much. Because when you sleep overnight, it's about 8 to 10 hours. So 24 hours is a stretch. We've never done 24 hours. And yeah, we try as much as possible not to raise our voices. Why I said try as much is because I think I have a loud voice. So there are times where I'm actually talking and it feels like I'm shouting. And maybe because I'm Yoruba, I know Yorubas we shout when we are talking.
Yeah, we're in the same WhatsApp group.
And him, in his family, they speak in low tones. I'm still trying to adjust to that. They don't speak loudly. So at that point that I'm angry, my voice has gone higher. Well, we generally I speak loud, and he then says, "Oh, you're raising your voice at me." So I'm like, that's how I used to talk normally, but because the environment is already tense, he automatically thinks I'm shouting. So I'm still trying to learn how to adjust my voice pitch, but that one is follow come. It's Jean.
Sometimes it's due to me and her being stubborn, not resolving the issue. Probably one party doesn't want to admit that is at fault, or you just want to just be stubborn about the whole thing. Yeah, it happens. It has
Of
happened.
course.
And we're able to walk our way back. Sure. One way or the other, you are in the same space. You go here, you see the same person, like, oh, you again. You want to eat, you still prepare the same food for the same person to eat. So conflict, you should not. That's not a deal. It's not something that should make you say, okay, I don't want to get married to this person anymore. No. And again, one thing we do again is we face the issue,
Not the person.
not the person. So you remember what the issue is. Focus on the issue, not the person. So you try to solve that issue together. So it brings you guys closer together again than trying to focus on the person.
Yeah, it's both of you versus the issue, not
Yes.
each other versus each other. That's good. So I know that you guys are not from the same tribe,
Yeah.
and of course, Twitter is not a real place. It's not. It's not. But a lot of people are on Twitter, and we see, oh, the whole, oh, don't marry outside your tribe. Oh,
Yeah.
I want to marry only this. So this is a good tribe and all that. So, how were you guys able to navigate the whole intertribal thing? Did you guys have any snags, any issues with the families, and then with each other having to like the cultural differences? How
Oh,
have you been able to?
Sorry, let me take that one small.
okay.
I've always wanted to marry a non-Delta lady. No offense to the Delta
Your
ladies.
Why
tribe.
though?
Because I've stayed in Lagos all my life.
Okay.
So why don't I just marry a Lagos girl? Or a
I'm not
Yoruba
from
girl?
Lagos. Okay. I grew up in Lagos.
So when I was told she's from Ogun State and she's Yoruba, I was like, why not? So when it got to the time of the wedding and all, families,
There
no
was no issue.
issues
Yeah.
at all. My mom practically speaks Yoruba. My dad too as well speaks Yoruba as well. My grandfather the same. My grandma the same. But no issues at all between families. I didn't have any issues from my own side. She didn't have from my side.
But for me, I've always known I was not going to marry a Yoruba person. I don't know why, but I don't know. It has always been my thing. I think I'm big on the culture mixing and all of that. And on my mom's side, my maternal side now, all my cousins, looking at all my cousins from that side, none of us are married to Yorubas. So, like, I have cousins who are married to Americans, Canadians, an Edo one is married to an Edo man. So there's just this beauty in diversity. My mom's sister married a Ghanaian, so I have like a bit of from everywhere. And I just always knew. I don't know how, but I always knew I was not going to end up with a Yoruba person. So when I got introduced to him and his Delta, the tribe was never in question. So even with my family members, it was never in question. And for me, it made the wedding more beautiful because I had to wear the Yoruba attire and the soko. I had to wear the George and all of that. The only thing I feel like maybe there has been a shock to me is the fact that they speak in low tones in his family. And in my family, we
You
speak
can't
in
relate.
loud tones. And I remember the first day he came, okay, was it the first or the second time he came to my aunt's place? That grandma was there. The first time he met my grandma, and everybody was there. And all of us were speaking in high tones. And at the point, I was like, what happened? Why are they shouting? They are not shouting. We are talking. And that's the only thing. So I think he has gotten used to the fact that they are not shouting. No, that's how they used to talk. And with his family, his mom was always, Apele, kí ló fẹ́ jẹ? She speaks Yoruba and his dad speaks Yoruba. So even the way they speak Yoruba, they speak it in low tones. That's the only culture shock in quotes, even though he has lived in Lagos all his life. But I think he has not been so close to a Yoruba family. That's the only thing but aside from that, I don't even remember that he's not. I don't know. People place a lot of importance on things that are not necessary. For me, it's just the person. It's not the tribe because we all know what they call you at times. You say, oh, Yoruba boys are Yoruba demons and all of that. But I'm Yoruba. My dad is Yoruba, obviously. My grandfather is Yoruba. But so it's just the person. If this person is irresponsible, if he's a cheat, that is what he is. It is not his tribe. So because there are people who are from seemingly
Good.
better tribes in quotes that are bad people. So it's just the person, not the tribe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how do you guys manage what's it called? This finances,
Okay.
right? Roles in the home, domestic, finances.
Yes.
Like how do you guys manage it? What's do you have rules? Yes, gender roles. That's
Do we
you
have gender
yeah.
We have
roles?
gender roles.
Aside from the fact that I'm not that cooks, mainly because I enjoy cooking. No. Whoever wants to, if it's not that hard. Like life is easy.
Life is easy. It's
Life
we that
is
are making it
easy.
very complicated. I come from a family where I wash dishes. If I can wash dishes in my own parents' house, how much more my own house? I love washing dishes. I love to wash plates. Yes, I wash it. And I'm a clean,
He's a neat freak.
I'm a neat freak. Like I like being neat. Putting my clothes in my house, I like it very neat. to the point that I had to control it because of pissing her off. It was too much. So sometimes I just leave it there. It's not that I'm comfortable for it to be there, but that should just be there. So like, can't you just stay and rest? Don't touch it. Leave it there. Okay. So I have to make those adjustments. So in cleaning the house, in washing clothes, plates, apart from cooking,
He cooks once in a while though, but
she enjoys it.
most
Yeah.
of the times I cook. So aside from that, even the fact that I think in a way he was like, okay, washing plates is his own job. So he'll tell me, go and cook, just leave the plates. I'll come and clean up when I'm done. But if there are times I know that maybe he's busy or he's tired or he's coming in traffic and I still have strength, I'll wash the plate. He does laundry like 90% of the time. I can't remember the last time I operated the washing machine.
But you just
So
told me
once he
that-
just
What did you say recently?
the trash. Yeah, I just took. We've been married for 2 years, and I just took the trash out 2 times, and
Yes.
in the last 2 weeks, and that's
Actually
because he
not
was
noticed.
busy, and he was coming back late, and we have to take the trash downstairs because of PSP and all of that. And to me, that's kindness. Yeah, I know in quotes is his role, but he was coming back late, and the next morning those people are going to come like 6:30. It won't be fair on him to be waking up by 6 to taking the trash. I was home, I took it out. So it's gender roles. I don't know. I think parents should just try to inculcate, especially in their sons from the early years. And that's one thing I'm actually grateful to my mother-in-law for, because the first like 1-2 months of our marriage, I always compose like long messages for her, telling her that I'm grateful that she raised a proper son. Because he's just so supportive. He's not, even on days that he's tired and I'm in the kitchen, he will even come and sit down. Just, okay, let me just stay. What do you want me to do? Should I cut onions? Even though he hates cutting onions, say that it hurts his eyes, but he's just supportive. So in as much as it's teamwork, that's it. And for finances also, it's funny how people get to be naked in quotes, but when it comes to their phones, their finances, they're hiding. It makes no sense. So for us, I trust him when it comes to money. He's prudent. He doesn't spend recklessly. It's not like he spends on things that don't make sense, or maybe he's spending money on other women and all of that. So from when we're dating, I think the first day we spoke about how much my salary was, how much his salary was.
Yeah.
So from that get-go, so as we've progressed through life, change of jobs, businesses and all of that, we know, okay, you're doing this business, how much is the profit? How are we going to spend it? Okay, do we need to save this? Do we need to invest this? What do we need to buy in the house? Do we need to, So from the get-go, and with apps and all of that, I have access to his phone. So if I want to transfer money from his account, I know his password. My phone, he knows my password. All my apps, my fintech apps and all of that. And one thing he did, the moment we got married, he actually changed his next of kin at the bank, all his bank details. He went to do that immediately. So we are just open with, when people...
Transparency.
Yeah, transparency. When people are hiding about, I don't want my husband to know how much I'm earning, I wouldn't blame some, because in my line of work, I've seen maybe the kind of husbands they have, so I can understand. Mine isn't like that, so there is no need for me to hide what I'm earning, or he to hide what he's earning from me. And at the point, it was like he was even being too honest to a fault, which is good, because... And another thing is, when it comes to finances, I promise you are going to get a lot of advice when you're getting married. Different advices. So you have to sift. And one thing I also like, or one thing we do is, we have role models. We have people who have been married for long. When we're outside there, he was chatting with somebody. That person has been married for 26 years. They'll be married for 26 years this year. And the way he's so intentional about his wife, it blows my mind. He's always thinking of what to buy for her, I posted a picture and he was like, he likes what I was wearing. How much did I get it? He wants to get it for his wife. So those kind of role models, they are open in their marriage. They kind of set the pace. Not like I can't copy and paste what's obtainable in their marriage, but they set a good example, and you know that it's doable, because they've been married for 26 years and he literally gushes about her all the time. So I feel, or I believe, that people should look for couples who mirror what they want in their marriage. Because another couple we have, they married for 6 years. The woman in the marriage, when I was getting advice about, oh, don't tell your husband how much you earn. And I asked her, and she was like, it will help you guys grow faster. If you put your resources together and you know, oh, you want to get this, you want to get that, it will be easier for you guys to move forward than putting the whole burden on one person. More so, there's so much pressure to making money. Making money is hard. We know that. So if you're putting all the pressure on him and God forbid he drops dead tomorrow, would you be happy? So just reduce the pressure. You reduce the pressure, you guys will enjoy a better life. And you put, Yoruba will say, how I can't remember the proverb, but more like, when you put the broom together, the whole broom is as against using just one stick of broom.
Yeah.
So it makes it work.
Thank you so much, guys. This has actually been quite insightful and fun. This is one of the reasons why I love doing this. Seeing couples, healthy couples, awesome relationships. It's inspiring. So thank you for honoring our invitation and thank you for sharing with us. So we'd like to give you a token of appreciation, just a little token, and just to appreciate you. And I hope that when next we call on you, you'll be able to show up for us. So thank you so much.
Wow.
Please help us manage this. Thank you so much, guys. It's been
thank you.
It's been lovely. So guys, this wraps it up. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Don't forget.
Bye.